by Patrick Black and Kara Kildare. Here is the team of High IQ, Quinten Lee and Hellena Heavenly.
A very special AdrenalineNationTV.com exclusive coming your way online. And a very special mixed tag team action. You can see the first team and High IQ Quinten Lee and Hellena Heavenly.
And you talk about a foursome here. This is a group of people, none of which you'd want to be trapped in an elevator with.
And their opponents.
Well, I mean, maybe Hellena if she was in the right mood, but...
What are you trying to...
I'm revealing too much about myself. Let's talk about the opponents.
Hailing from Salinas, California, and Grants, New Mexico, here is the team of the Solution, Alan Wasylychyn and AJ Sparx.
The Solution and AJ Sparx make their way to the ring. Find yourself in an interesting scenario. Young career.
And look at that, gift that keeps on giving. Will he partake in both of them, or will he give one to Hellena?
My guess is if it comes anywhere near Gumbo, nobody. Oh well.
The waste of a good Twinkie.
Gumbo Malone shedding a tear as we speak.
Who turns down cream filling, Chris?
That is a question that has plagued mankind for years, and now we've got a match about to happen anyway. Looks like the gentlemen are going to start things off, and I use that term loosely when I'm referring to High IQ Quinten Lee.
Tom Peepers calls for the bell. Alan Wasylychyn, Quinten Lee starting things off here.
Mixed tag team action on this AdrenalineNationTV.com exclusive. One day, my colleague Hooks hopes to get the interweb at his house so he can watch just like all you great fans.
I hear it's fascinating. I don't quite understand how it works.
And,
it's not going to work on my TRS-80.
Well, we do want to encourage everybody who's watching us, no matter where you may be watching us, send us some feedback. Let us know what you think of HWA Adrenaline. You can do so by emailing us at hwaonline.com. You'll find all the details how you can send us feedback. Join our fan forum while you're there and share your thoughts with fellow HWA fans from around the world.
Or if you want to hear the voice of Gumbo Malone, call our hotline. Area code 513-588-8405. Long distance charges or international charges may apply.
Oh, nice neck breaker.
Gumbo Malone, leave him some messages. Let him know what you think of HWA Adrenaline.
Of course, we should let the fans know kids under 18 should get their parents' permission before calling.
Absolutely.
And look at that. The Solution.
Or if you got a little brother, lie and say that they did it.
That's what you used to do. And Solution. The Solution all fired up this week. This kid makes the most of each and every opportunity he has here in the HWA. And tag is now made. Oh!
AJ Sparx having a seat.
Hellena Heavenly in and met with that hip toss and an arm drag. Hellena Heavenly and AJ Sparx just a few months back one of the finest female tag teams in all of professional wrestling, and now they find themselves on opposing sides.
Well, Helena seemed to lose her mind right about the same time John Moxley did.
Well, you got to wonder how happy. Oh, look at this. Oh, well, that's a pony ride that I know Hooks would like to be involved with.
I'm sorry, what?
Exactly. The Solution. Alan Wasylychyn tag back in, and he's going to bring Quinten Lee back into the fray as well. Lee, no, reverse the whip did Quinten Lee, but the Solution using that quickness and agility, and once again,
a lightning-like drop kick.
Catches Lee in the back with that drop kick. AJ off the ropes. Oh.
And AJ Sparx, not one easily intimidated, going there and taking it, standing toe-to-toe with Quinten Lee, trying the Irish whip. Lee reverses it. Look at Helena Heavenly.
There you go. Helena Heavenly pulling the legs. And now, oh, Cara Kildare drive in the face of AJ Sparx into the hard ring apron.
And doing it another time. Look at Alan Wasylychyn coming over, trying to do what he can, but this man's a gentleman.
And Tom Peepers doesn't have a clue. He was distracted by Patrick Black, Helena Heavenly.
Of course, conspicuous by his absence after events earlier tonight, Ala Hussein nowhere to... I'm watching, Patrick. Okay, Ala Hussein, if you're listening, Patrick Black sending a shout-out, a long-distance dedication, wants to know if you'll please contact he or Cara Kildare or Quinten Lee. You know the number.
I'll be in the office tonight. Tell.
Patrick says he'll be in the office tonight, Ala, if you would care to contact him, and I don't know why anyone would, but what does he need an office for?
What does he need a secretary for? Oh!
If I told you, you would never want to hear anything again. You wouldn't believe it.
AJ Sparx, a one-legged woman right now. Oh! Some cheap shots by Helena Heavenly. It's, kind of
5 minutes gone by.
that ankle.
5 minutes remain.
Trying to twist it off the anatomy of AJ Sparx. Helena Heavenly employing some sound tag team wrestling strategy, dragging AJ Sparx back into her corner, and now once again distracting our referee Tom Peepers, getting him into a verbal debate with the Solution.
And Quinten Lee really working over the leg of AJ Sparx over here. I started to say it's perfectly legal because it's an intergender match, but it's not legal because Quinten Lee's not the legal man.
Boston Crab being applied. AJ struggling to get to that rope. That would force referee Tom. Oh! Feisty AJ Sparx managed to get out of it. Oh! But look at this. Tom Peepers. Oh! Well,
a little bit of discipline from Helena Heavenly.
And how happy must Helena Heavenly be? We found out earlier that John Moxley, who had been on suspension, has now been reinstated after he came through on the substance abuse tests and the psychological battery of tests he had to take. And
well, she's got to be the only one happy about it, that's for sure. I personally still think the man's a danger to himself, a danger to anyone in the building.
Fortunately, this week John Moxley has the week off. Perhaps vacationing in his native Elk City, Oklahoma. I'm not sure.
I hope it's an extended vacation.
High IQ Quinten Lee now, once again, legally involved in this
Look
match.
at that, just the foot right across the throat of AJ Sparx.
And here you see the mind games and the psychological advantage at Quinten Lee. Oh! And Quinten Lee now just manhandling AJ Sparx, taking her across the ring, back to his corner. And again with the cheap shots.
And it seems a bit unfair, but in all fairness, AJ Sparx knew what she was getting into when she signed for this match.
This is true, and now Helena Heavenly once again has that ankle and that leg all tied up. This has been the focus of Helena's attack. We talked about how happy Helena Heavenly must be. You gotta wonder what's going through the mind of AJ Sparx after what we found out earlier involving Cody Hawk and having to relinquish the HWA heavyweight title. And
well, she knows what all of us know, that it's bogus, and that hopefully there's some sort of legal recourse or some sort of action that can be taken on that. Right now, all she needs to know is she needs to get to that corner and tag in the Solution.
And the Solution is ready and waiting for the tag has been made. Quinten Lee could not stop it. Look at that, the Solution from the top. And he just rattled that big brain of high IQ Quinten Lee, who's now, Quinten Lee, no.
And the Solution somehow able to counter that into a side Russian leg sweep. Hooks the leg, only gets 2.
And the Solution, quicker than the blink of an eye this week on Adrenaline. Look at this, nice roll up, but Quinten Lee kicked out at 2. Springboard, into the crossbody. Is that going to be, oh no, Helena Heavenly in to make sure that doesn't end the match, and now AJ Sparx in as well. And
both of the women to the outside.
Oh, jawjacker inside by Lee. But no, reverse the whip does the Solution.
Double underhook DDT. Plants the Solution. Hooks the leg. This one's over.
Here are your winners, Helena Heavenly and High IQ Quinten Lee.
An impressive